You've done it before, quietly, maybe in your room, maybe while walking alone. You talk to yourself, and somewhere in your mind, a thought appears. Is this normal? Psychology has a clear answer, and it might surprise you. Every day, millions of people do something they feel embarrassed about. They talk to themselves, and the moment they realize it, they look around quickly to see if anyone heard them. But what if everything we think about talking to ourselves is wrong? What if the people who do this aren't crazy at all? What if they're actually smarter than everyone else? Scientists have been studying this for years, and what they found will change how you see this behavior forever. Today, we're going to show you why people talk to themselves, what it says about your brain, and when it might be a problem. By the end of this video, you'll never feel bad about talking to yourself again. Here's something nobody tells you: almost everyone talks to themselves. Studies show that 96% of adults do it every single day. Most of the time, it happens quietly in your head. But some people actually say their thoughts out loud. And for some reason, society thinks this is weird. Why do we think it's strange? For a long time, movies and TV shows taught us that people who talk to themselves are crazy. In films, it's usually the villain or the homeless person on the street who does it. We learn to see it as a bad sign. But here's the interesting part. Some of the smartest people in the world talk to themselves all the time. Albert Einstein did it. Tennis star Serena Williams does it during matches. Doctors do it during surgery. Computer programmers do it while writing code. The most successful people use self-talk like a secret weapon. Meanwhile, the rest of us hide it like we're doing something wrong. So if everyone does it and smart people do it even more, why is it so powerful? Let's find out. When you talk to yourself, something amazing happens in your brain. Scientists used brain scans to see what happens. They found that self-talk turns on many parts of your brain at the same time. It uses your language skills, your memory, and your thinking power all together. Your brain creates a loop where talking and hearing yourself makes your thinking stronger. Here's why this matters. A scientist named Dr. Gary Lupien did an experiment. He asked people to find objects in a messy room. Half of them searched in silence. The other half said the name of the object out loud while searching. The result? The people who talked to themselves found things much faster. Why? Because when you say keys out loud, your brain doesn't just think about keys. It helps your eyes look for them better. Talking to yourself makes your brain focus like a laser. But there's more. Self-talk helps you handle hard problems. When something gets too complicated to think about silently, saying it out loud makes it easier. The words become real. You can hear them. This creates a sound loop that helps you think better. This is why people walk around when they're trying to solve problems. This is why programmers talk through their code. This is why you suddenly understand something better when you try to explain it out loud, even to yourself. Your voice isn't just saying your thoughts. It's organizing them, making them clearer, making them stronger. And self-talk does one more thing that might be the most powerful of all. It helps control your emotions. Imagine you're about to do something stressful, a job interview, a tough conversation, a big moment, and in your head, a voice says, "You've got this. Stay calm. You can do this." That voice isn't just encouragement. It's helping you control your feelings in real time. Scientists found something interesting about how people use self-talk when they're stressed. When you talk to yourself using your name or the word you, instead of I, you handle stress way better. Saying, "I can do this" keeps you stuck in the feeling. But saying "you can do this" or "John can do this" creates distance. It's like you're giving advice to a friend. Suddenly, you're not drowning in emotion. You're watching it and managing it from the outside. Top athletes know this trick. Before a big moment, they don't just think. They tell themselves what to do, often out loud, using their own name. "Come on, Serena, focus. One point at a time." This isn't weird, it's smart. But here's where things get darker. Because the same voice that helps you can also hurt you. The voice in your head doesn't always say nice things. Sometimes it criticizes you. Sometimes it spirals out of control. And when that happens, self-talk stops being helpful and becomes a trap. Not all self-talk is good. There's a version of the inner voice that millions of people know too well. The one that replays your mistakes over and over. The one that says you're not good enough when you feel weak. The one that turns every little problem into a disaster in your mind. Psychologists call this negative self-talk, and it's one of the main signs of anxiety and depression. The sad part is that negative self-talk uses the same brain pathways as good self-talk. Your brain can't tell the difference between helpful thoughts and harmful ones. It treats both as truth, and because the voice comes from inside you, it feels real and powerful. So how do you know when self-talk has gone too far? Mental health experts look for these signs. When the voice in your head is mostly negative and you can't control it, when it stops you from doing normal daily things, when it feels like someone else is speaking to you, not yourself, or when you have other symptoms like extreme mood changes, paranoia, or feeling disconnected from reality. In rare cases, self-talk can be a sign of serious mental health problems where the voice doesn't feel like your own anymore. The big difference is control. Healthy self-talk is you having a conversation with yourself. You're in charge. Problem self-talk is when the voice controls you instead. But here's the good news. Even negative self-talk can be changed. You can retrain your inner voice. The most successful people didn't get rid of their inner voice. They learned how to control it. Therapy methods like CBT are built on this idea. You can spot negative thought patterns and replace them with better ones. It's not about being fake positive or ignoring real problems. It's about being accurate. Instead of, "I always fail," you learn to say, "This is hard, but I've done hard things before." Instead of, "Everyone thinks I'm stupid," you say, "I don't know what others think, and I can only control what I do." Athletes call this self-coaching. Before a big play, they don't think, "Don't mess up." They think or say out loud, "Watch the ball. Stay balanced. Do what you practiced." The words are specific, clear, helpful. Research shows that people who practice positive self-talk do better at mental tasks, stay focused under pressure, and bounce back from failure faster than people who stay quiet or think negatively. So here's the truth, you're going to talk to yourself. Everyone does. The only question is what you're going to say. Will you let the voice run wild, repeating the worst things about yourself? Or will you train it and make it the most powerful tool you have? The choice is yours. The person talking to themselves in an empty room isn't crazy. They're not losing their mind. They're using it. Science has proven what many of us felt. The inner voice is where your consciousness lives. It's where you make decisions, solve problems, and build who you are through words. Self-talk isn't a mistake in how humans think. It's a feature, an advantage, a superpower that makes us different from every other animal on Earth. So next time you catch yourself talking to yourself, don't feel embarrassed. Don't look around nervously. Instead, understand what you're doing. You're thinking at the highest level your brain can reach. You're using words to organize your thoughts, control your feelings, and push your mind further. The conversation you have with yourself is the most important one you'll ever have. Make sure it's worth hearing. If this video changed how you think, hit subscribe for more videos about psychology and human behavior.